What's up, guys? Did you laugh?
I did.
Oh,
Keep going.
okay.
Albert made me laugh.
3, 2. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pod Ties. This is episode 2. I'm your host, Dylan, and these are my co-hosts, Jeff, Albert, and Kyron. We had episode 1, got that out of the way. How y'all feel about, being able to finish it and share it with the public?
I'm great.
I'll go first.
Take out, get those jitters out the way. Now, it's time to go. It's time to steamroll the rest of the episodes.
I thought it was fun. It was fun.
Nice.
Keep it going. Consistency.
It was pretty good. It felt pretty natural. I mean, just like we just sharing what we talk about on a daily basis to like the whole world. So it's not anything out of the ordinary. It's just what we do.
Yeah, that's basically why we created the podcast, is because this is what we were doing weeks prior to launching the podcast. So it does come naturally to us, and we got some good reviews, great comments out there from people who listen to it. So that just gives us even more confidence for future episodes. Now, let's get to business though. YouTube viewership. If this is your first time, please go subscribe to our channel, smash the thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. And we thank you for giving us a chance. If you are returning, we're glad to have you back in our live group chat. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so you can be up to date on new content. Now, this is some juicy information right here. I want to announce that we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. And we're going to be on other DSPs, other platforms in the near future. So for the people that want to listen to our podcast, Pod Ties as well, download and subscribe, depending on what platform you use. And make sure that you keep an eye out and an ear for when we're dropping new episodes, because we're dropping bangers every Wednesday and Friday.
Yes, sir.
What days, fellas?
Oh yeah.
Wednesdays and Fridays.
And after this, Jeff is dropping his brand new his video. He got the shirt, got the taco meat hanging out. He about to go dance in the rain in the street.
What about to do it for those Saints?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're
That Kevin Churro.
dropping episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Lastly, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Pod Ties on Facebook, at Pod Ties on Instagram and Twitter. Now that we've gotten that out the way, let's get into our top stories. A lot of craziness the past couple of days. So it's time to untie these knots.
Yeah. I was with you, Dylan. I was with you.
Am I having an audio issue? Say it again.
Now, unfortunately.
A lot
Jeffrey
of
has left the
craziness
building.
the last couple of days. So it's time to untie these knots.
Oh, you said it again?
He said it twice.
Bro, what?
I was with you the first time. You said it
Because
again.
there was no reaction. Y'all weren't as happy as the previous episode when I dropped that gem on y'all the last time. You're like, oh, say that again. Y'all wanted an encore. So I did it again just for you guys and the people that are viewing and listening.
Oh, yeah, I got to go.
Oh, man.
I'm going to keep working on it. I promise. I promise to you all that are watching and people that are listening, guys. I promise I will work on it. It'll come. It'll come naturally. So, guys, what do y'all want to talk about first? Are we talking about NBA? Get into
Let's
NFL
go ahead and
sports
kick it
or
up with NBA.
NBA?
Talk about this
And no, we
nonsense.
ain't talking about YoungBoy.
Let's talk about this nonsense of the Clippers.
I like that, Jeff.
Not yet.
It's the NBA. We're not talking about YoungBoy.
So y'all both want to get off the screen, or
That was a good prelude. You got to give him
It
credit for
was,
that
man.
one. That's a good prelude because that's a topic that will come up at some point in this episode.
Transition.
That was pretty good, Jeff. Got to give it to you. That was almost as good as time to untie these knots. Don't walk off of here. It's only an hour show, I think.
Oh man.
All right, so NBA. First, let's get into the Clippers Nuggets game. Game 7 that happened Tuesday night while we were recording. Y'all gonna give me credit, Jeff and I credit. This segment's gonna be a lot better for us to discuss than the two guys that picked the Clippers to advance to the Western Conference Finals. Give us our credit now.
Albert, you
no,
said that?
I'm not giving y'all credit.
Or
You said that?
Or you can thank me later.
No, Drake.
I'm not
I'm
giving
talking
y'all
about Jeff. Jeff, we're here, man. Oh, you're down there. We're here. We're here. We're here.
not giving y'all credit for that.
Me either.
Bro, why not?
So, guys, I have a question. What caused the Clippers to blow a 3-1 lead when they were the team to win it all? They were going to be the last team standing, but not this year. Not this year, but that's okay. PG said it's not a championship or bust year. Like that wasn't what everybody in the world, in the organization, was thinking. They were expecting to get to the semifinals.
Exactly what they were thinking.
Not according to playoff P.
That's because they lost.
It's because it's PG. He's talking nonsense.
That's how he played too. Like nah.
Exactly.
So what caused them to blow a 3-1 lead?
First things first, they lost the focus. I mean, Denver, they did this before. This is the second time they came back 3-1, and the Clippers just let it happen. Defensive-minded team, a bunch of dogs got put in their cage.
Oh, I like that.
That boy on a roll. Talking about steamrolling, this boy is on a roll.
And I ain't talking about dinner rolls either.
Oh, God.
All right. That's enough. But look, I'm gonna say one word, man. Disappointing. They lost 3 games in a row, and then at least 2 of those games are up by 15 going into the second half. Kawhi can't do it on his own, so who's gonna carry Kawhi when he has a bad game? We thought it was gonna be PG, but it wasn't. After this playoffs, he needs to introduce himself, different, come playoff time, change his name. He introduced himself like, my name is Paul George, and the P is for pathetic. That's how he got to introduce. That's how he got to introduce himself from now on in the playoffs.
Hey, like Skip said, George Paul. He's no longer Paul George. He's
Nope.
George Paul.
Man. You look at Game 7. It tells you the Clippers' problems. Huh?
That I was right.
No. It tells you the Clippers' problems. They shot 37% from the field on 9 of 35 from three-point line. That's just unacceptable. I'm
Next
with
Gen
you, Kai.
Stats.
Huh?
Next Gen Stats brought to you by Albert Green.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like the P is for pathetic and the 13 is for 13%. That's how much effort he gives.
Oh,
Y'all on it today, boy.
Look, if you look at the bench of the Clippers, they combined for 40 points. Montrezl Harrell had 20 points on 7 of 10 shooting, and Green had 11 points. That's more than Kawhi had all game.
He was about 6 for 22.
Yeah, it's more than Kawhi and PG combined. So I'm like, how do you let your bench outscore your main 2 players?
bro, but Kawhi has been productive this whole series, this whole playoff run. He's been productive. He has one bad game, and y'all are killing him.
No, well, like I said, just a couple minutes ago, who gonna help Kawhi when Kawhi is not doing Kawhi things?
You got to think
I'm
about
talking
it.
about
Paul George.
I'm talking about Albert.
It's more than just
That's what they traded their first pick from 2021 to 2083 for, to bring in Paul George to help support Kawhi Leonard. And then you have that other supporting cast, guys that are sixth man of the year. Then you brought in Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris. They were supposed to help Kawhi Leonard. But
It's
at the same
beautiful on
time,
paper.
Kawhi Leonard is supposed to be the face of the franchise, that New Balance commercial, "This is my city." He is supposed to drop 30 points, however amount of points, to get them to the promised land, and he didn't deliver.
Hey, but he came up short, so it is what it is.
No,
Nuggets won the game.
it's not. It is
You
what
were
it is
both
because
right.
next season.
Might as well go to the next topic. That's what you're getting
Right.
at. No, not yet. 'Cause I want to talk about why I think they blew the lead.
They can't do load management next season. That's all I'm going to say.
And that's and you just if you heard me, I just said fatigue played a factor in them losing. How do you get tired when you only played a third of the season? And it was a shortened season.
They're not practicing. They're not shooting around. They're not doing anything.
Boys on the rise in the boat.
So fatigue was an issue. You play small ball because Harold, he's really not that tall of a center. Zubac, he's good on the offensive side. He has great footwork, but defense it kind of lacks. He's kind of a liability. So when you're playing small ball and you're not able to get those shots in a game 7 where it's crucial, you're going to lose the game because Jokic, he's going to post you up. You're most likely going to double team him. They call him Big Honey for a reason because he moves slow, but that's just because he's letting the play develop, and he finds the open man every time. So small ball
Every time.
And Jamal Murray cannot outscore Kawhi, PG, and Lemon Pepper Lou combined. He can't outscore them. There's no way you win that game. I don't care if Montrezl Harrell had 20 points. It's not going to happen, and it didn't. That's why Jeff and I were correct, and you guys are looking the way you're looking. Nuggets, Lakers, Western Conference Finals. This is going to be record-breaking numbers as far as ratings. ESPN will talk about it 24/7, and when the Lakers are up 3-1, the Nuggets will come back and win it, advance to the finals, and they will beat the Celtics and win their first title in franchise history.
That would be a good story.
But it's not going to happen.
They'll wake up from their dream.
And
realize they're in Space Jam
is
2.
owned by Disney. This is a Disney fairy tale. It's going to happen. Nuggets are going to win.
Got some of that fairy dust on them, Bill? That's what you saying?
Yeah, I would have put it past them.
See? I'm getting slow, but he's starting to come to on this side.
I would.
Join the bandwagon, guys. Join the 20-piece.
I'm too young for wagons.
Okay. Well, let's stay on the Clippers and PG and Pat Bev. Let's get to Dame Lillard's tweet after the game. This is what he said. At Pat Bev, I guess I should extend this Cancun invite since I haven't made my arrangements yet. And then CJ McCollum chimed in, yo, at Dame_Lillard, you got an extra villa available in Cabo? So it seems like Damian Lillard and the Blazers, 1, 2, 3 Cancun, they're on their way there, and they want to invite the Clippers team. They want to go to a couple destinations in Mexico, Cancun and Cabo. How do you feel about them taking a few jabs at Pat Bev and Paul George and continuing this beef?
I'm with it. They came at him first. I mean, I'm with Lillard. Let me extend this invite to y'all because y'all boys are trash. Is it? Lillard averaged what, 19?
In my opinion.
Be quiet. Why? They took jabs at him first.
They did, but Lillard also went home first. Like, how you been home for so long and you still haven't booked your trip?
Because he wanted to extend the invite.
He's probably going through surgery or whatever he's going through, rehab during his injury. But
he knew he was going to invite PG.
Yep. I mean, he still played. I think he played better than both of them in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Dropped about, what, 19?
Only reason why Dame got out first is because they played the team that's going to lose to the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. They just had a harder matchup. That's all. but I don't think they should be quiet. I like the bickering. I like this rivalry on the court and off the court. No more buddy-buddy. We don't need this AAU-style relationships anymore. It needs to be back in the old days. You were on another team. I didn't talk to you until we retired and we were old.
Yeah, why are they shooting if they don't expect to get shot back? You can't
Yeah.
sit up here and antagonize somebody and then expect
And
them
you
not to
didn't finish
come
the
back
job.
for you.
Do your job, and then you can talk about people.
Exactly.
Hey man, the Clippers made it farther than the Blazers.
And the Clippers, they've been talking trash the whole time. They talked about Doncic. They talked about the mask. Then
They almost lost to the Mavs.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, like, I don't know
Well-
why they talking mess. They couldn't guard them. Couldn't guard Lillard.
Okay, let's get into another NBA playoff series that I'm not too excited to talk about because my team is down 0-1, lost in game one, and that's the Heat Celtics game. They played their first game Tuesday, and Miami won it by this much. So what is your reaction to game one? And also Bam Adebayo's game-winning block against Jason Tatum in overtime to win it. Albert.
Yeah, I think the Heat started off strong. I think they set a good pace for this series by winning game one. That's like, okay, we're up and we know what we got to work on. That block was amazing. It's one of the best blocks I've ever seen in the playoffs. Not the best block, but it's one of the best, and that was a game changer. So the Celtics got a lot to pick up on, but everybody knows the Heat's gonna win. So
Didn't you choose the Celtics though?
I definitely did not.
No, I think he changed it.
We did at first, but we updated. Oh, wait, you had no room. You were caught.
Exactly.
You were caught in your line. Now you're trying to get somebody else.
Yeah.
Don't work that
On
way,
your hand
buddy.
again.
All right, I'll give my opinion. The Celtics, they were playing really well the first three quarters and also until the fourth, and this is just another. It just continues to happen. They get these leads, these teams, and then for some reason they burn out in the fourth quarter, and they allow the other team to catch up, and the other team that catches up usually wins it because they have that momentum. I don't understand it. I guess it's because you don't have that fan noise in the background to keep you motivated when you are up, and so before you know it, that opposing team sneaks up on you. But I thought the Celtics, they need to get better at closing games out. I know they're young, but they have playoff experience. So you can't blow a lead that late in the game. Also, Kemba Walker, he has to be Charlotte Hornets Kemba Walker. I do believe he will give us a UConn-type March Madness performance. It's just his time is due. He should get 40 points soon. Also, the Celtics need production off the bench. They need their depth to match Miami's. You need Gordon Hayward at some point. Hopefully he comes back to come off the bench because I wouldn't insert Marcus Smart back on the bench. So you need Gordon Hayward. You need Enes Kanter, all those guys, Wanamaker, to provide points off the bench. And, yeah, hopefully they pick it up and later in the series so they can face the Nuggets and lose.
So, yeah, it was a good game. Back and forth haymakers the whole game. So it came down to it. Came down to the wire. And, yeah, Bam got that block, and that changed the game. And I think it's going to be a really good series. I'm going to say it now. Let's keep it on record. 7 games.
7 game Boston?
7 game. Nah, 7 game Heat.
Well, you're
I think
wrong.
he got it in 6.
Who got it?
I think he got it in 6.
Didn't you choose the Celtics?
I thought you chose the Celtics.
No.
Or maybe
I
no,
definitely chose the Celtics.
I think he chose Miami.
No.
We'll go into the vault and figure out if he's telling the truth because he doesn't have a good track record. And Didn't you run track in high school?
I did.
I just put that out.
Breaking records out here.
The slowest track run ever.
Stop it. I was Usain Bolt before he was Usain Bolt.
Oh,
I know. We're not gonna have
Insane
it
Bolt.
today, but I'm on your head, boy. I know you Usain Bolt. What the heck you talking about? Usain Bolt. You say Usain bum, maybe.
Stop it. Stop it.
Uh,
But anyways, as far as the overtime game one, just like how we were talking about clutchness earlier, that block was clutch. I thought he was about to get put in the basket by Jason Tatum, up and coming rising star. But he said, no. On some Matumbo stuff. Get that out of here. Seal the game for the win.
my only problem is because of people's reactions and their comments afterwards, it's an overrated block. The fact that they're putting it up there with the LeBron James chase down block in Game 7 of the Finals against the Warriors and against Kawhi Leonard's block, his chase down block with James Harden, putting it up there with those blocks it's not the same. There's different levels, and it's not one of the best I've seen.
I think you can put it up there
I
with
shot
those,
better than that one time.
but it's gonna be the last one. It's
Oh, no, it's not up there.
It can be up there.
I mean, it was a good block. It was a clutch block.
It was a clutch block, but it has to be.
Jason Tatum lift up like that. You could not tell me.
He was pretty high, man.
It was about to get blocked.
It was a good block. Nobody's taking away from it, but you got to put it into context. There wasn't a Game 7. It was Game 1.
Game 1, no pressure.
But it was overtime.
That sets the stage, though.
It don't matter. They're not fighting for the championship. Like, if he didn't make that block, okay, like, they would have been tied.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't have been like, oh, man, we lost. We can't fight another game. It was it.
Yeah, no one's going to remember that. No one's going to remember that because they're going to lose it anyway. No one remembers the block making a game-winning block. It doesn't matter.
Nah, man. y'all are taking it away from the Heat, man. It was a good block.
Let me ask you this.
Good block.
To change it, the topic, but not to get out of the series just yet. Really quickly, is Jimmy Butler the most clutch player out of the remaining playoff teams?
No. Not even close.
As far as turning it up in the fourth quarter, yeah.
Nah, bro. I think Tyler Hero's clutcher than Jimmy Butler.
Were we talking about even including the Western Conference teams?
Yeah, his name is Jimmy Buckets for a reason. He gets buckets in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth, bro. That's clutch.
Whether he gets the shot himself or the refs call it because the refs are like, there's no way he missed that shot. So there must have been contact. Let's give him 2 at the free throw line. That's what happened in that Milwaukee game when he was at the corner and Giannis barely touched him, but he missed it. And the refs were like,
he shoved the hell out of him.
He should have made it. So let's just call it a foul.
Sometimes I like Jimmy Butler, but sometimes I mistake him for a ref or a coach because sometimes he just stands around in the fourth quarter. He doesn't.
He's the leader of the team. He's the general on the court. He's the quarterback.
Then he take his stars away. If he a general, they're taking his stars away. Man, he's getting demoted because he's not the clutchest player.
He's their insurance, just in case something bad happens. He's the general.
And he's there for him, bro.
Yeah, he's not the clutchest player that's left in the playoffs. Man, no.
Who's been as clutch as Jimmy Butler in the fourth?
Give me an alternative.
In the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter?
In the fourth quarter.
That's in the playoffs now.
Yeah, nobody Kyrie. He's under pressure.
Kyrie. Hey, you gotta say somebody for the Lakers. It has to be.
Jeff gonna say Udonis Haslam.
Oh boy, no, sir.
It has to be either LeBron or AD. It's just not based off of star value. AD's gonna get you buckets. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, all you gotta do is throw the ball to the post, little turn, hook shot. AD's gonna get you points. He's gonna be the
I don't consider AD clutch.
Not clutch points.
Neither LeBron. LeBron's not clutch.
Yeah, he makes.
No, LeBron's not clutch, but he's clutcher than Jimmy Butler. Because the refs are going to give him the foul. No matter what. This man could take off on the half-court
This
line.
playoff series right here,
You like this,
Jimmy
and they'll
Butler.
still give him the foul.
Albert, you need to get your TV checked because you, for some reason, are still watching non-HD channels. For you not to know that Jimmy is clutch, that's a problem.
In the fourth
His
quarter.
name is Jimmy Buckets for a reason.
I'm not saying he's not clutch, but he's not the clutchest that's in the series.
Right
like,
now.
that's left in the playoffs.
I don't have an alternative, so I can't even argue.
See? Man, we need to roll the tape. Roll the footage.
Well, seems like I'm the one on the steam roll now.
I think I'll still take Tyler Hero over Jimmy.
Oh,
He
man.
did have a good.
Well,
He made that clutch three to send it to overtime, so I will give you that.
like 3 of them.
But he's not the clutchest.
But yeah.
Right, he be smacking them, and he's only a rookie. Man,
Yeah, he can only go up from here. All right, let's go into NFL really quickly. Jeff, you were talking about OBJ when we were covering the fantasy football portion of the first episode, and you were talking about how disappointed you were and you were going to drop his butt. What is wrong with him? Is it chemistry issues with Baker Mayfield? Does he not want to play in Cleveland? He was hyped because his college teammate plays on that team, Jarvis Landry. But does he want to go somewhere else? Does he want to relocate? Do you think his time in Cleveland is coming to an end? So it's kind of a two-part question.
I think his time in Cleveland may be coming to an end. I mean, really, it's the Browns, so I don't want to just like put Odell Beckham like down the toilet, but he has not been playing well ever since he got there. I mean, in his last couple steps with the Giants, he wasn't really playing too well. Granted, he was hurt, but it's the Browns at the end of the day. You can't trust them. Baker Mayfield is playing like complete donkey doo-doo ever since the rookie year. Like, so it's the Browns. They have they're on their fourth head coach. Like, it's just bad. It's just bad.
You don't think it's OBJ at all?
It can be. He is light skinned.
What do you mean it can be? It is. Man has his stats.
But the receiver position is so dependent. Like, if your quarterback's trash, as a receiver, you're most likely going to be trash. You know what I'm saying?
You're telling me he got 4 touchdowns in all of 2019. That's not his fault.
How many targets?
A lot. He had a total of
Give me a number.
1,035 yards for the season. He was 26 in NFL receiving yards.
That boy was dropping passes left and right. He needs to get either he doesn't need to wear gloves or he needs to get him a new pair of gloves because Baker Mayfield was just throwing lobs to him and he was,
He has a total of 10 touchdowns in the 2 seasons he'd been with.
kind of like Albert when he shot that ball and it went behind him in high school.
But then look, you also got to take into consideration it was a short off season. Well, really, actually, no off season, no ETAs.
No, we're not talking about this
anything.
year. We're talking about last year and the year before. Even this year, he had 3 receptions for 22 yards.
Wasn't last year like his worst statistical season?
When Baker
Exactly.
Mayfield plays better, then we can judge Odell Beckham.
But he expressed his frustration, with not getting the ball enough from Baker. So y'all think that chemistry,
Oh yeah, it's
into that
definitely
relationship?
Yeah,
Baker
I know Baker
Mayfield.
probably in his face.
OBJ is overrated.
That he is.
If it wasn't for the catch, he would be an average receiver.
But do you think that's like hyped up because his name is OBJ? Like if it was like someone else, would we be on his, be on him like we are now?
No, we wouldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he had a good run in New York, so that's why I'm not going to just he's not just the catch.
No, but if he was that same receiver in Cleveland, if he started off his season in his career in Cleveland and then went to New York, nobody will be talking about OBJ as much as we talked about him. He was in New York. He got a lot of looks. That's a big market versus going to Cleveland. He's his true position is
Does
his
he have the
character.
blonde? Does he have the blonde hair in Cleveland?
No, he doesn't.
No, he does right now. I'm saying if he was drafted by him and played for Cleveland first, and he had the blonde hair.
No, he wouldn't have had the blonde hair. They don't know trends in Cleveland. It's Cleveland. LeBron grew up.
Bring
Bro,
this.
it's just a city, man.
Let me
No,
just
it
bring
ain't
this.
just a city. LeBron grew up, played for the Cavaliers, left, came back, and then left again.
That's true. Nobody wants to be in Cleveland.
Let me just bring this to everyone's attention that's watching and listening. And hopefully we're not offending anybody in other parts of the U.S. and the world, because Albert has dissed Oakland, Cleveland, Milwaukee, and there was another city that you dissed. Basically everybody outside, you dissed pretty much everybody.
Every small market.
Yeah,
I like the cities. It's just the teams are garbage in those cities.
Okay, that's what I wanted from you. I wanted you to at least clarify it.
They're beautiful cities, just horrible teams.
Yeah, because we may go on tour with this one day. We don't want to buy tickets just to throw tomatoes at us.
Right.
It was him. All him.
I think if OBJ is going to stay in Cleveland and he doesn't go somewhere else, they have to sign Eli Manning now. That's the only way Odell Beckham will be successful in Cleveland. You need to get the best Manning brother, Eli, on that team.
Oh,
The best Manning brother.
The best. He won 2 Super Bowls before Peyton Manning did. That makes him the best. Peyton didn't win that last one. That was Von Miller and the rest of the defense.
He still got that ring, though. Still got that ring.
I flamed this man up.
Eli's the kid. Eli's the kid that their parents told him. They told Peyton, like, hey, you got to bring your little brother with you. That's the only reason he plays football now, because he had to go everywhere with Peyton. Eli is garbage.
Hey, man, it was the surgeon on the field, bro.
Exactly.
You better put some respect on that man's name. That man beat a 16-0, 18-0 Patriots team that looked like they were gonna have a perfect season. Beat them, and then in 2012 beat that team.
Defense. The defense won those games.
I'll give you. I may give you that 2007-8.
Straight hand.
Yeah, that was he was only there for the first one.
Yeah, defense.
But it wasn't a defense. It was a low-scoring game. But it was Eli Manning getting out of the pocket, being grabbed by his jersey, throwing that ball as far as he could, and then the wide receiver, who nobody remembers his name, catching it on his helmet, and then they won.
It was
Was it Plaxico?
Yeah, Plaxico Burress.
Plaxico didn't catch it. He didn't catch it on his helmet. That wasn't him.
Who was it?
I thought it
It
was.
was a guy named like Tyree. But let's
Nobody knows.
I thought it was Plaxico.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was him.
Eli wasn't even Eli didn't even know he was throwing it to him. He saw somebody in the stands with the jersey on, and he thought it was them. He's like, "Oh, okay, he'll catch it." The ball just so happened to like flatten out.
What? You gotta put some respect on Eli's name, man.
Yeah, man.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, Eli is not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
His name was David Tyree. What?
Come on,
He's
read
not a
your-
what?
He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Oh,
If it
You
wasn't
can't
for
have two Super
championships,
Bowls.
if
You
it
can't have
wasn't
two
for
Super Bowls.
championships,
you can't have 2 Super Bowls and be the face of one of the biggest teams in sports. A New York market, and New York media and all that. You're not
The New York Football
have so much
Giants.
pressure in the Big Apple. Big Eli, BIG.
we will
space,
remember.
ELI, Big Eli won 2 championships with that team, and he's going to Canton, Ohio.
Okay, look, we will remember Mark Sanchez butt fumble before we ever remember what Eli did for the Giants.
I won't.
That's more memorable.
I only
Come on,
remember
Albert.
Mark Sanchez.
Come
and
on,
Cowboys.
man. Come on. You're getting out of line, bro. You're getting out of line.
Peyton Manning was one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks, but he got lucky in 2007 when they won. No, it was 2009 when they won, I think. Something like that. Anyway,
Everyone needs a little luck, man. Everyone needs a little luck.
that you can already tell it wasn't even a memorable Super Bowl because they were playing Chicago, like compared to when Eli beat the Patriots twice. He beat the greatest QB of all time twice. That Patriots team was heavily favored. So my point is, Peyton Manning, greatest regular season QB of all time. Eli Manning, the greatest postseason QB of all time.
The luckiest.
You don't get lucky twice. You don't.
Yeah, you do.
But you said Eli was the better brother.
Mm-hmm. Peyton
That's
Manning has
nonsense.
Peyton Manning has better commercials.
And you get commercials by being the better player.
No, Baker Mayfield.
It correlates.
Has commercials.
That is true. Baker
like
Mayfield does have commercials.
He got those commercials after his rookie season where he played pretty well.
Baker Mayfield's garbage too.
Didn't you just say Baker Mayfield came out the draft throwing turnovers? He was a turnover machine.
Nah. That man came in the game when Tyron Taylor got hurt. Everybody was calling for his name. Baker. He came in and he played pretty well. Got them like
No,
the
they
first
was calling
one.
for an actual Baker. They weren't calling for him.
God.
Come on, Albert, stop it.
All right, to wrap it up, really quickly, does Odell Beckham stay or does he get the boot and go somewhere else by the trade deadline?
He get the boot.
You think they initiated
go
the
ahead and go
franchise,
somewhere
or
else.
Odell Beckham's gonna pull a unfollow Cleveland Browns on all his social media accounts? And
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that. You know, like, oh, I want to stay with Browns, and then they go trade him.
I've been right so far. I think Odell Beckham goes to New England. He was on the bigger picture, kind of like the shop with LeBron, where they were all talking. It was Cam Newton on there,
Yeah.
Todd Gurley, and Victor Cruz. And I think that Odell Beckham and Cam Newton have this type of camaraderie, this friendship off the field, where when Odell Beckham, when he asked for a trade and he's like, I'm not playing, and he unfollows Cleveland Browns on all his social media accounts, guess what's going to happen? You got it. You're going to have Bill Belichick come out of the tunnel with that Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance music. And he's going to trade a 13th round conditional draft pick and get Odell Beckham, and they're going to go far into the playoffs. I won't say Super Bowl just yet because we're barely getting.
Hold on. You said when he
Odell's not gonna
stops
be
playing.
happy.
You
Yeah,
said Odell said he's not gonna play. They're not gonna know a difference. He hasn't been playing.
Oh man, that's messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that man's a no-show. No call, no-show fires, but
That's because he's not mentally there already. He's already in New England. He's already getting ready
Somewhere.
to run routes for Cam Newton. Now, he's not going to get the ball there either because Cam
Bro,
Newton's going to rush it every time. He's gonna
exactly.
run.
That's what I was about to say. He's going to go to New England and be a run blocker.
Dang. Y'all own that. Oh man.
Let's transition. Let's get out of sports. Let's get into music. Okay. Albert, did we choreograph that?
Man,
Let's
y'all
get
so
into-
lame.
What? You
It's not so
just
serious.
you just upset because you ain't got that shoulder bob like we do. Try to do it.
Exactly.
Try to do it.
Boy,
Boy,
Nah,
you about to
bro.
drop a
I
'90s.
ain't gonna.
You about to drop a '90s R&B music video. You should be happy.
Yeah.
We get it.
He look like Jefferson.
Looking like
Hey,
young
hey, that's a dope
Tyrese.
name.
Young Tyrese. Oh, my
They call Jodeci.
God.
And I ain't gonna bless y'all with that today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, Albert, I chose this specific artist because we know you have love. Finally, you have love for another state, Louisiana. So we're gonna get into NBA YoungBoy, Baton Rouge, born and raised. His new album, Top. Let's review it. Reactions.
I liked it.
I did too.
All right, let's move on.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Nah, it wasn't horrible, but it's another project by NBA Trash Boy, and it's the same. His music is the same. Every
Man.
what, Jeff?
Time out.
That man not.
First of all, you can't trust anything that comes out of Albert's mouth because he's biased.
How's
I'm
he
not biased.
How's he biased?
Bro, I've been knowing Albert for a long time. This man listens to Marvin Gaye and all kind of other old stuff. This man is an old soul. He does like 80 type of new artists.
No, that's
why his first game was at the old Cowboy Stadium in Irving, because he was born in the 70s.
I have a couple of NBA YoungBoy songs on my phone. I have like a few songs on my phone. That's how I know his flow is always the same. Like one song that sticks out that describes his music is called "Make No Sense" because his music makes no sense.
Hey, that song was a banger.
Man,
It was.
I feel like I'm Gucci Man up in 2006.
I know when I listen to it, I do feel like Gucci Mane in 2006. Actually, no, I don't.
All these diamonds dancing around my neck cost like 4 bricks.
It's not Gucci Mane in 2006 is not the Gucci Mane now. I'd rather be now Gucci.
Nah.
Not back then. Bus.
Bro, Gucci Man back then was a banger, bro. She's a very freaky girl. Bangers, bro.
NBA YoungBoy's album, expected to sell 110 to 140K first week. Pretty good numbers nowadays in this new streaming era. That's like platinum. That's like Carter 3. Well, I won't go that far, but it's up there.
They can be flamed.
It's one of the top selling albums.
Oh, your head.
I caught myself. It's more like Carter 4. It's more like Carter, not Carter 3.
Yeah, Carter 3.
That's blasphemous.
Yeah, Carter 3 was a banger.
I enjoyed the beat on Crossroads. I thought it was a bop. He got into his melodic bag on there. That's how he.
What y'all think about with the last Backyard? Have y'all seen the Backyard against the theme song?
Yeah.
He had that melody on there. I thought that was pretty
Did they sample the Backyardians?
I mean, that's what the cadence and the flow sounded like. I thought it was pretty dope.
I didn't even catch on because that was my next song. The Last Backyard and Right Foot Creep. Both songs were made by Tay made the beat. That was his drop. That's how I said Tay made the beat. The song was like 2 songs in one because it was like continuous. After that first song ended, went to the second one, which is kind of like the new trend now. That's what Roddy Ricch was doing on his album.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, he copied his artwork too.
Oh yeah, his artwork.
oh,
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I noticed.
Yep.
That's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It wasn't a better album than Roddy Ricch, so not really.
But I was gonna say maybe his artwork wasn't better, NBA YoungBoy's, but his album was better than Roddy Ricch's.
Wait, huh?
What?
I'm still having audio issues. NBA YoungBoy's album was better than Roddy Ricch's because he had the GOAT, Lil Wayne. The song "My Window," Lil Wayne was featured on it. He had Snoop Dogg.
Hey man, Lil Wayne went
He had a
crazy.
southern sound with a West Coast vibe to it.
Wayne went crazy on the track.
911, we have an emergency. Oh,
You
bro,
gotta
what?
be kidding me.
There's a reason why he named it top because it's going to be on the top of the Billboard charts for the rest of the year.
Bro,
Better
gonna be,
album.
bro. It was
gonna be
number
up
one.
there. His
It
fans
was
are
number
gonna
one,
make it.
and it wasn't even out yet. It had like 2 songs.
Who's?
It was NBA YoungBoy.
See?
His
His
song,
fans-
his album was
fans
number
are
one
diehard,
before it
bro.
even came out.
It's gonna be number one up against who though? Like, there's no other music that's dropping that's been like, oh man,
Yeah.
no.
You know why? Because they decided to hold off. They delayed the release of their albums because they don't want to release their albums at the same time as NBA YoungBoy because it's going to be overshadowed.
His fan base is
my
too.
point.
His fan base
His fan
is up
base
there, man.
is strong, but no.
You see them. They go in there and they close their car door like this, or they throw trash like that. They're all aggressive. You don't see anybody do that with Roddy Ricch. What is Roddy Ricch known for?
What?
Melodies.
Yes, his flow, cadence.
Roddy Ricch. Oh my God. Exactly.
Song rap that he.
You would think it was two different people on the song.
Yeah,
When
because
Roddy Ricch raps.
it sounds like Young Thug featuring Rich Homie Quan.
Oh gosh.
Talking about stealing someone's art.
No. NBA YoungBoy album was not better than Roddy Ricch.
It wasn't.
We'll let,
Not at all. Nowhere close.
We'll let our popsters. We'll let them decide who is right and if they agree with me
Popsters.
or if they agree with me. Yeah, like mobsters, but popsters. It'll catch on. It'll catch
I
on
can
like,
make it.
it'll catch on like untie the knot.
Oh gosh.
Tie these knots. Nothing
Oh,
else.
911, are you still there?
Let's actually cover the top 5 rappers. Let's have. I want Albert, since he's from Louisiana. He thinks NBA YoungBoy is trash. I want him to give us his top 5 rappers out of Louisiana. I want you to give us your list, and then we can modify it based off of your list. I want you to give us your list, and then I failed to introduce you to somebody. Y'all may not have known, but I'm a rapper myself, up and coming, struggling rapper. My name is NFL YoungBoy.
Oh my God.
Why do we have to go down this road every time, man?
This man said,
Well, I'll be MLB YoungBoy.
I feel like I'm Lil Wayne in 2008.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
So we're gonna film
So
it
it's
now?
show over.
Yeah, right.
You
We
guys are
finished
some
or we
haters.
done?
Y'all didn't even ask what the NFL stood for.
No Fun League. What?
Wait. Let me take a guess at it. I thought I had it. I don't got it.
Never folds laundry, YoungBoy. That's what the NFL stands for. Oh yeah, you're praying. You like that?
Praying for patience.
Oh, man.
Get into your list.
All right. So number 5, R.I.P. Soulja Slim. Soulja Slim was a good rapper from Louisiana. His life was cut short. So yeah, Soulja Slim run at number 5. Honorable mention though, Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates with the dreads. Man, he was hard.
With
he
the
was hard.
dreads.
Yeah, Kevin Gates had dreads.
Talking about Pete Mill.
Kevin Gates had dreads long time ago.
Man, it's so long ago. I don't remember this.
What was his name then? Kevin Fences?
Anyways, number 4, Currency. Yeah, a lot of people don't know he's from Louisiana. Currency goes hard.
Underrated.
You know who also is from Louisiana that nobody claims? DJ Khaled. Yeah, let's keep going.
I'll have to get on your head, boy.
Number 3.
That man is not from Louisiana. He reps Miami every second he gets.
Exactly. That's where he lives right now.
Number 3. Tell me what you know about me. WEBBIE.
Yeah.
AKA Young Trill NT Young SABAGE. Can't say that word. It's Webby. It's Webby. What Webby is? Hey man, Webby goes hard. Staple in Louisiana hip hop. Savage Life, Savage Life 2, Savage Life 3, Savage Life 4, Savage Life 5. Even though people stopped buying his albums after Savage Life 3, he still kept making them. So
he fell off the face of the earth too.
Who's Webby? I don't even know who that is.
Hey, everybody know who Webby is. Webby with the fro, man. Number 2, one of the most influential and inspiring hip hop artists to ever grace the scene from Louisiana.
Juvenile.
Who?
Juvenile. The 99 2000s.
That's the juvenile mindset right there. Number 2, former NBA player,
Oh,
Master P. Let's
Percy
go.
Miller.
Hey, that man's a businessman. Hey,
No limit
Master P
soldier.
might not be the most lyrically gifted, but he definitely was a staple in hip hop during his time. You know, competing
That'll
with
be a
Cash
good.
Money.
That'll be a good versus Master P versus Birdman, and then I want them to
Yeah.
finish at the end.
Yeah, Master P definitely rose from nothing to what he is now. You know, he put a lot of people on and stayed true to himself.
Did you
So,
watch
yeah,
that
Master P.
docu-series on BET?
Yeah, that man got Snoop Dogg out of a bad deal. He put Snoop Dogg on.
Got him out of a contract with Suge Knight,
Exactly.
making him even more of a
Number 1, we already know who this is.
Okay.
Y'all hear that? Shh. The fire truck. Lil Wayne.
Okay,
There's no
yeah.
reason
Yes,
nobody else
sir.
on this earth from Louisiana is at number 1 besides Lil Wayne. Not the Lil Wayne that we know today with the dreads falling off. He got like one dread here, one dread there. We're talking about Lil Wayne from the 90s to the late 2000s.
Oh, man.
Yes, Lil Wayne killed the
do that
game
man like
for
that.
an extensive period of time. Lil Wayne's my number 1, baby.
That's solid.
Anybody argue with that?
With the number 1 pick or everything else?
Everything else.
Well, let me
You
get
was
to my
waiting to
list.
say that.
Bro, we're waiting on you to finish.
Hey, man. So check this out. Starting off, number 5. I got Currency.
I thought you said you know he was from Louisiana.
I didn't. I just changed it.
Oh. That's cheap.
Who was your number 5? Did you group the number 5 person out?
Yeah, I did. Boosie.
Boosie?
Yeah.
Boosie is a better Instagram personality.
Mention too, I forgot.
He's a better Instagram personality.
I never really been a. There's something about his voice, man. I just can't stand Boosie, man. I never really got into him.
Whose voice is more annoying, his or Kodak Black's?
Oh man,
Kodak.
Kodak Black make you lose IQ points.
Yeah. Plus that hair he got.
I do this though with Kodak Black.
Who's
Yeah,
your
that song
number
he
five?
made with that song Tunnel Vision. That song's a banger.
Yeah.
Who's your number 4, Jeff?
So number 4, we got Webby. All right. And number 3, this is where it gets good, guys. Y'all listening?
Yeah, for real.
Number 3, we got NBA YoungBoy. YoungBoy
Yes.
never broke.
I'm
my
out. It's over.
Yeah.
Let me go. God, no.
And
Come
he's
sit
only
your butt
like-
back down, man.
And he's only like 20 years old, so he's only gonna keep
Bro, in
higher on that list.
terms of influence and consistency, man, that man's up there. Yeah, he only like 20 something.
Exactly, bro.
Albert, you sleep, man.
Dropping
I'll
bangers
stay
on
asleep.
bangers.
As Jeff said, you're biased. You still listen to Marvin Gaye. You gotta get into current music.
You know what I'm
Keep
saying?
going, Jeff. Oh, this is nonsense.
Number 2, we got the one and only Kevin Gates. No dreads.
Did you
Didn't even know he had those.
Did you know he was from Louisiana before Albert mentioned it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay, because I didn't know that. I thought he was from like.
Yo.
Bro, you can hear it in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
There's no hiding that. Oh yeah, well you're not cultured, Dylan.
There's a man that didn't know Currency was from Louisiana. All right.
Bro, you're the only person that knew that. Man. Next, last but not least, number 1, the one and only, Weezy F Baby.
Okay. Oh, you scared me. You
What the F stand for, Jeff?
I hesitate.
I don't know.
Oh.
Fire.
Fireman. Because I'm the fireman.
Is that what it stands for? I don't know.
Man, it stands for every F in
Change it
the
in every song.
exactly everything in the world.
And the F on
Exactly.
it. All right,
Yeah,
you want to go
man.
next? Do you
No
want to?
way, number one.
Yeah,
Mr. Carter.
Change any?
All right. Well,
Yeah.
mine is like no particular order. I'm gonna just say it.
Nah, bro. It gotta be top 5, bro.
All
Put it in
right.
order.
So number
Yeah,
5.
leave
All
it
right.
number 1.
Number 5. I got NBA YoungBoy.
Yes. Little low on the list.
You're lower on that list.
Yep, lower on my list.
Yeah, lower, like not on the list.
Oh man. All right, man. Number 4, I have Webby. Even though the man fell out the face of the earth, I don't know where he at now.
Wipe me down.
I'm gonna say number 3, I have Kevin Gates. Dreads, no dreads, the man cold. Number 2, I have Boosie. And number 1 is Wayne, of course.
Yep.
At least we can agree on something.
Yeah. I'm scared with Dylan though. I'm so scared.
So let's get to the real list. My top 5 rappers out of Louisiana. I'm gonna start off with Manny Fresh because he is a rapper. We know him for producing, but he was in a group called Big Timers.
Yeah.
Real big time.
It had 2 good songs, and that was it.
Right?
Manny
I'd
Fresh,
rather listen to
number
Tiggy.
5. Number 4, I'm gonna keep it in the Cash Money family. Juvenile. Huh? Juvenile.
Juvenile was actually good
Yeah, he was.
before Lil Wayne.
He was the one carrying Cash Money. He was carrying
Yeah, he
that
was.
household group.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not even mad at that one.
anybody want to argue with me on that one?
Mm-mm.
Nah,
He has some bangers.
Okay.
he can be in there
Number
for
3,
now.
I'm going with Lil Bootsy.
Trash.
Lil Bootsy. What?
Oh, you crazy?
Oh man.
It's
Was he
trash,
on you?
man.
Was he on your list? Whose list was he on?
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't on my list. That's why he's trash.
EOOSIEVACZ. That's me.
No.
You didn't
Speaking
put
of
Boosie.
culture, talking about me, you need to listen to some Lil Bootsy. That's a legend.
He sweet.
Why? He's trash.
No, he's not.
He a legend because of that Boosie pay he got.
He's even more of a legend because of his post-music career on Instagram.
Oh, that made me tweaking on there.
All right, number
Man,
2. I'm going with it. Hurricane Chris. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey.
That boy had
Hey,
one
baby.
song.
Oh,
What are
my
you
goodness.
talking
It's my-
about?
It's my number 2.
You know what? He can't hear you because he's locked up on murder charges right now.
Oh my goodness.
We're not talking about his personal life. We're talking about his music. And everybody was
Bro.
in.
You
Everybody was
can't
in the
even continue
roller.
with your list anymore, bro.
Let me finish.
Your
Let me
list is
finish.
null and void. No, you
Let me
can't finish.
Everybody was in a roller skating rink back in 2006, and they passed by a girl, and they were like, "Hey, baby."
And they kept on rolling.
With the
Hey,
hand
babe,
clap.
Bro,
That's
what?
number 2. And I'm actually
He has some feelers too.
it's actually a tie because I can't leave him out. NBA YoungBoy, he's my number 2. I can't leave him out. I couldn't give him
Number
all
1?
that credit and not put him on the list. So he's tied. I couldn't leave Hurricane
Oh,
Chris
tied
out.
at number 2.
I can't leave Hurricane Chris out because he put Louisiana on the map, Shreveport, and the whole state. So I can't leave him out because of his influence. I still go to the roller skating rink and hear A Bay Bay. So he has to be on the list.
Like I
And
said,
then-
null and void.
And,
Canceled.
and lastly, I'm going with Lil Wayne. You just
Sir.
gotta go with him. It was close though. I flipped a coin between him and Hurricane Chris. He won.
Canceled. You've been canceled.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne is number one. So that's
Along
our
with the
list.
feelers that he
Matter of
came
fact, I think you're booted from Paw Ties.
Just tie your shoe back up.
So that's our top 5 list of rappers out of Louisiana. Hey, to let us know who had the best list, leave a comment in the comment section to let us know who you think had the best top 5 list. Or, you know, you don't have to go into detail. You can just put Dylan if you like. But we would love for you to chime in. Also, let us know who you would put in your top 5. Would you put NBA YoungBoy higher? Because I know he's going to be on your list. Or do you take out Little Bootsy? Let us know. We would love to hear. So leave a comment just so, you know, we can know that I'm right. All right. Anything
You're
else?
going to get everyone canceled.
Anything else we need to cover?
Nah, man, I think that's it.
That is it.
Good job, boys.
Another successful episode. Episode 2.
Yes, sir.
Let me just close out with, we appreciate you again riding with us. We hope that you continue to tune in, check us out. As I said, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. We'll be on Google Play soon and other digital streaming platforms. Make sure to download and subscribe. And if you're tuning in on YouTube and you're watching us right now and you haven't done this, please subscribe because this is crucial. We need you to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit that bell so you can be notified every Wednesday. Kyra, what other day?
Wednesday and Friday.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're dropping 2 episodes every Wednesday?
Hey, but they can't just hit the like button. They got to smash it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do that again. Subscribe. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Jeffrey, what else do they need to do?
They got to smash that like button.
Albert, what comes after that?
Subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe twice. Well, actually, don't subscribe twice because then you unsubscribe from our channel. Hit the bell.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's do that again.
Albert, what do they need to do next? Hold on. You know this is going on there, right? After, yeah.
It's definitely going on there.
Yeah. Albert.
Why you get so serious so quickly, bro? Bro. This man Albert had to straight his face.
I know. I don't know how he does it.
Damn.
Albert.
From Albert.
Albert, what do they need to do next after hitting the subscribe button and smashing that
Ding,
like
ding, 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 ding. Hit the bell, baby.
button? Oh. Yeah, you hit that bell. You made that sound like someone was winning the jackpot. Kyra.
Let's go to the casino.
Kyra, why should they hit that notification bell?
Because we drop bangers
Bangers.
every week. You don't want to miss it.
My dun was too loud. When we dropping the bangers?
We dropping bangers every week.
Can you be
Twice a week.
specific on the day?
Dropping bangers every week. Monday. Cut that out. We dropping
Trying to make us work OT?
for real, bro. Hey man, that's how good the podcast is.
Okay.
Dropping bangers every week, Wednesday and Friday. Per week.
Bet. All right. Keep them ties strong, as Jeff said in episode 1. I like that. So that's what we're going to use to close out. Keep them ties.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Keep them ties strong. Continue to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Pod Ties. We appreciate your support so far. Share with friends to bring in more people. And we will catch you Wednesday. We are
Dylan, you're still canceled.
And you're gonna wonder why your mic.
That was long, wasn't it?
Y'all boys.
You're gonna wonder why your mic is muted the whole episode. Next episode like this, doing this with your little quarter zipper.
Oh man.
We out.